crazy. It's crazy. Just when you think things can't get worse, they keep seeming to get worse when it comes to this Kathy Engelbert, Adam Silver gambling scandal situation that is going on. Now we have former NBA official Tim Donaghy, who had a Netflix special, all types of stuff. He was exposed for betting on games. He was conspiring with other NBA referees to not make calls for Allen Iverson and certain players in the league on certain games. This dude was exposed. He did time in prison.
It's insane. Every time you think this scandal couldn't possibly get any darker, a new layer of corruption explodes straight from the top. The NBA and even the WNBA are now caught in a spiraling storm of gambling, cover-ups, and federal investigations shaking the entire sports world to its core. Former NBA referee Tim Donaghy, the same man who went to prison for fixing games, has dropped a bombshell, claiming there's a massive cover-up reaching all the way to Commissioner Adam Silver himself. And get this, an FBI agent who worked Donaghy's original case literally texted him saying, "They won't be able to bury this one like they did before." That's not just smoke, that's a 5-alarm fire spreading from the NBA straight into the WNBA's boardrooms, where Commissioner Kathy Engelbert now faces federal questioning on the exact same day she's supposed to finalize the league's new labor deal. This isn't just basketball anymore. This is a crisis of power, money, and manipulation that could destroy the integrity of professional sports as we know it.
Sports, not just the NBA, is sitting on a massive house of cards. And I look at someone like Adam Silver, and I look at all of these commissioners, and I wonder, like, can legalized gambling be restrained in any fashion? Have they gone too far? Can the toothpaste be put back in the bottle? I think we have no choice but to do that. The toothpaste has to go back in the bottle. Our lawmakers are gonna have...
Guy that was locked up, referee Tim Donaghy, who was betting on games, exposing Adam Silver, the NBA, and Kathy Engelbert are next. They might have to step down. People are calling for their jobs. This is crazy. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. All right, now let's take a look at this here. We're gonna start with Shams, and where he says there has been over 35 gambling allegations over Adam Silver's tenure. Now
what started as quiet whispers about one rogue referee has exploded into a crisis shaking basketball from the NBA all the way down to the WNBA. Tim Donaghy, the ex-official who went to prison for fixing games, is back, claiming he was never the only one. He says league insiders told refs to protect certain stars and boost TV ratings, while the NBA covered it up to save face. Now he's pointing directly at Commissioner Adam Silver, accusing him of expanding that same profit-driven system built on gambling money. Federal agents are digging deeper, and leaked messages suggest the FBI is preparing to expose how deep this rot goes. And just as the NBA tries to contain the fallout, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert finds herself under the same spotlight, facing investigators on the same day she's supposed to finalize a major labor deal. Fans aren't just stunned, they feel betrayed. Because what's unfolding isn't just a scandal, it's the collapse of trust in the game itself.
Gambling be restrained in any fashion? Have they gone too far? Can the toothpaste be put back in the bottle? I think we have no choice but to do that. The toothpaste has to go back in the bottle. Our lawmakers are gonna have to stand up here. And we can't allow people like Stephen A. Smith and others who, anytime we make a move towards instilling morality back in society through our law.
Shams, and where he says there has been over 35 gambling allegations over Adam Silver's tenure. Now you have to remember the NBA, WNBA, they're partnering with all types of betting companies from FanDuel, Underdog Sports, all types of stuff. Let's take a listen here.
Numbers. A year and a half ago, we had about 5 co-conspirators and defendants. A year and a half later, we're at over 30, so about 35 in total now. So, I mean, I'm just looking at math. I don't know where we're gonna be in a year and a half. I don't know where we're gonna be.
No one expected the numbers to be this bad. Over 35 gambling cases have surfaced under Adam Silver's watch. Proof the problem isn't isolated, it's systemic. Referees, players, and even staff have been linked to suspicious bets, and the FBI says the list keeps growing. What began as a few red flags has exploded into a full federal probe stretching across the NBA and now into the WNBA. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's league, once seen as clean, is suddenly facing scrutiny over its own gambling partnerships with companies like FanDuel. And with Caitlin Clark driving record attention to women's basketball, the timing couldn't be worse. Fans are asking one question: if the people in charge can't keep the game honest, who can?
An endeavor as important as sports. And it's just entertainment. No, sports played a central role in instilling Christian values. And in the late 1800s, when the YMCA, the Young Men's Christian Association, organized sports, when Dr. James Naismith created basketball, it was intended to disciple young men in Christian values. And we don't think there's any importance to protecting that. How else are we going to disciple young men in masculinity?
No doubt. The FBI, and a source told me today, they're seeing who else will cooperate here. Chuck, I'm just going to go with the numbers. A year and a half ago.
And the FBI is on it. And Tim Donaghy also said that someone from the FBI text messaged him and said that Adam Silver, the NBA, they will not be able to get away with this one. Look, man, this is nasty work. This is nasty work. Take a look at this.
And Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing after an NBA investigation ruled that there was no NBA rules violated. What do you make of that decision now amid the FBI?
That's when things took a darker turn. Sources close to the investigation leaked that the FBI isn't just collecting evidence anymore, they're closing in. Tim Donaghy himself revealed that an FBI agent from his original case texted him, saying this time, they won't be able to bury it like before. That message changed everything. It meant federal agents now believe this scandal reaches higher than anyone dared to imagine, possibly right up to Adam Silver's office. Agents are already interviewing referees, league officials, and executives who worked during key playoff games. Subpoenas are rumored to be in motion. Every new testimony connects more dots, suggesting the corruption wasn't an isolated act, but a long-running system fueled by legal betting partnerships. The FBI's stance is clear. They're not treating this as a sports controversy anymore. They're treating it as a criminal network. And the shockwave isn't stopping at the NBA, it's slamming straight into the WNBA, where Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's meeting with investigators is now seen as the next big chapter in this unfolding disaster.
You want to know why these young men are so feminized now? And they're all comfortable wearing their hair in ponytails? This is part of the reason it's hard for me to watch the NBA. Half the players, that's an exaggeration, but 20% of them look like they just left the beauty shop with their mama. We're not instilling a muscular Christianity anymore through sports. We're instilling feminism. We're instilling the love of money and greed.
Text messaged him and said that Adam Silver, the NBA, they will not be able to get away with this one. Look, man, this is nasty work. This is nasty work. Take a look at this.
And Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing after an NBA investigation ruled that there was no NBA rules violated. What do you make of that decision now amid the FBI's allegations against him?
So what happened was, because bets were placed through legalized legal betting companies, they picked up aberrational behavior around a particular game. And
as the investigation grew louder, Adam Silver finally broke his silence and instantly made things worse. In a press conference meant to calm fans, he claimed the NBA had been cooperating with law enforcement for over 2 years, but instead of sounding transparent, he sounded defensive. Viewers said it felt like he was passing the blame to the FBI, admitting the league couldn't police itself. His tone, his body language, everything screamed panic. Even longtime analysts called it a public relations disaster, saying Silver looked less like a leader and more like a man cornered by his own creation. The NBA's credibility, once rock solid, now feels paper thin, and the WNBA's future looks just as fragile. Fans no longer trust the system, sponsors are growing nervous, and every headline makes it harder for either commissioner to recover. What was supposed to be damage control has now turned into the moment that shattered public confidence for good.
Feminism, we're instilling the love of money and greed. We're promoting rap music and degeneracy. This is what sports are instilling now. The promotion of greed, and gambling goes right along with that. And I know that I occasionally gamble, and I know I used to gamble a lot. And so I'm not distancing myself from the problem. I'm just acknowledging that there is a problem and there is a price our society pays for our
October 31st, the same day. It's not a good look, man. People are calling for both the WNBA and NBA commissioners' jobs now. This is crazy. It's wild. Let's take a look at what ex-NBA official Tim Donaghy had to say about this.
Is made. Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, was on Pat McAfee. You think that was intentional?
Absolutely. I think he was trying to, get ahead of the fire a little bit and talk about that they need to get gambling under control. And I think that he's going to continue to try to figure out a way to, to put a lid on this, but it's going to be very difficult.
While Adam Silver tries to defend himself, the WNBA is now standing on the edge of the same cliff. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is facing her toughest moment yet, with federal investigators demanding answers just as she's finalizing the league's new labor deal. The timing couldn't be worse. For months, the WNBA has proudly embraced betting partnerships and sponsorships, turning gambling into a massive source of revenue. But now those same deals are under fire, accused of opening the door to corruption. Fans are demanding accountability, and insiders are whispering that Engelbert might be forced to resign if this investigation links directly to her office. The most heartbreaking part? This scandal is hitting right when the WNBA's popularity is exploding, thanks to Caitlin Clark. Her arrival was supposed to mark a new era of growth, not one clouded by suspicion. Every play, every stat, and every game is now being questioned, and if trust disappears, so does the league's momentum. This isn't the first time gambling has poisoned American sports, but it might be the worst. From the college basketball point-shaving scandals in the 1,950 seconds to Boston College and Arizona State in later decades, every era thought it had seen the end of corruption. Yet, here we are again. Only now it's supercharged by technology and legalized betting apps. Back then, fixing games required secret meetings in smoky back rooms. Today, all it takes is one text message and a phone app. The temptation is everywhere, and the profits are massive. Experts say this crisis dwarfs anything before it because gambling isn't hiding in the shadows anymore, it's part of the business model. The NBA and WNBA are literally profiting from the same systems that threaten to destroy them. And if history tells us anything, it's that every cover-up eventually cracks. The difference this time? The whole world is watching in real time. Now the spotlight is turning on the players themselves. With legalized betting exploding, every shot, assist, or foul can shift millions of dollars in seconds. Analysts warn that even small actions like sitting out a quarter or missing a free throw can quietly alter entire betting markets. The rise of player prop bets has created what some call micro-fixing, where one move can trigger huge payouts without changing the final score. It's subtle, it's legal, and it's nearly impossible to trace. Combine that with player empowerment, load management, and massive sponsorship money, and the temptation becomes impossible to ignore. The line between genuine competition and business strategy is blurring fast, and fans are starting to wonder whether the game they love is still pure or just another product built to feed the betting machine. The pressure is now unbearable at every level of the game. Inside sources say both Adam Silver and Cathy Engelbert could be forced to resign as investigations close in. Sponsors are holding meetings behind closed doors, teams are lawyering up, and federal subpoenas are expected to drop any day. The NBA and WNBA once seen as models of progress and equality, are suddenly fighting for legitimacy. What was supposed to be a golden era fueled by stars like Caitlin Clark now feels like a ticking time bomb. Reporters are calling it the biggest integrity crisis in sports since the Black Sox scandal, and fans are terrified that every buzzer beater, every upset, and every miracle game might not be real anymore. The leagues can't hide behind PR statements or flashy sponsorships. The truth is out, and the world wants answers. For Silver, Engelbert, and everyone tied to this storm, there may be no coming back. What began as one man's confession has now erupted into a reckoning that could redefine sports forever. The NBA and WNBA stand at a crossroads. One path leads to reform, transparency, and rebuilding trust. The other leads to complete collapse. Fans don't want polished statements or carefully worded apologies. They want truth, accountability, and the promise that the game they love is still real. The FBI isn't backing down, the evidence keeps growing, and the pressure is reaching its breaking point. Whether it's Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, or the entire system built around legalized betting, something has to give. Because if this corruption isn't stopped now, basketball won't just lose its leaders, it'll lose its soul. And for millions of fans around the world, that would be the biggest tragedy of all.